My name is Maddie Anderton, and I'm a junior at First Colonial High School.
My name is Madison Novak, and I'm a senior at Churchland High School.
We would like to begin by thanking all of you for coming out to march with us today. Your courage and determination is inspiring.
We would like to thank every last student who worked behind the scenes tirelessly to put this event together. Whether you can make it to march with us today or not, your effort and energy do not go unnoticed.
Finally, we thank all of the adults who worked to make today happen. We are beyond grateful for the support you have given us and for seeing our vision and helping us bring it to life.
Today we are not Democrats and we are not Republicans.
Today we are students and we will march for our lives. In the hallways, I had to run on blood, glass, and bullet shell casings. Me, along with my classmates, will never forget that day. It is something that we will have with us for the rest of our lives. Morgan Williams, a junior at Stoneman Douglas High School, a survivor. Good afternoon. My name is Maddie Anderton, and I'm a junior at First Colonial High School in Virginia Beach. I would like to begin by thanking all of you for coming out to march with us today. With these numbers and this level of ambition and passion, I have hope that we can create change. Being a student, I give many presentations to my classes, and prior to them, I am always inevitably a nervous wreck. But before this speech, I was not that same kind of nervous, and it made me wonder, why do I fall apart before speaking to a classroom of only 20 students, but not for a crowd of 3,000? Then I realized, when I present to a class, I'm scared of screwing up, of getting the information wrong. But you cannot screw up passion. You cannot screw up the fight for your life. The other day, one of my close teachers asked me, so what is your end game with this march? What do you plan on accomplishing? What is the ultimate goal? Following every school shooting, we as students watch as arguments and debates flood the media, flood the dinner table, flood the classrooms and the workplaces. Then we watch these arguments slowly dwindle with time until eventually no one seems to be talking about them anymore. This time, us kids, whom many have deemed to be incapable of inciting change, will not watch something this important, this tragic, fade out. This movement will live and breathe and roar until no more students just like myself, students just like all of you, students just like your sons and your daughters are being killed within the hallways of their schools. Because next time, it could be me. Next time, it could be my friends and my classmates. I am a student. I spend more time in my school building than I do anywhere else. I should not have to sit behind a desk for 7 hours a day wondering if I am next, wondering where I would hide if the glass window in the classroom door shattered, if instead of hearing the morning announcements or the sound of the dismissal bell, I heard gunshots. I will not watch in silence as more lives are taken. This is a call to action. This is a call to the people, the legislators, the media, and anyone else who will listen. Us students have taken matters into our own hands, and we will not let this movement die out like every other one we have seen in the past, from Columbine to Sandy Hook. That is our goal, our end game, to be heard and to create change, not to just argue until we forget about it. It is our turn. To the students here today to march and the ones who couldn't make it, it is no longer about who we want to be when we grow up. It is about who we choose to be right now, in this dire time of need that affects us most. It is about whether or not we take initiative, whether or not we choose to give this fight our all. We stand here with the students in Parkland and all across this country. Never again.
Hi, my name is Woody, and I'm currently a sophomore at Norview High School. the 15 years I've been alive, there have been 201 school shootings, with approximately 253 dead and 361 injured. In America, school shootings have become so normalized that the news barely broadcasts them anymore. We post, never forget, but after a few days of Facebook posts, we never see anything about it again. We post hashtag Pray for America and send our prayers to the victims. But it is time for change for America. 2018 is the year of the revolution, and we are the revolutionaries. We need to start talking and using our voice, because until we do, we will continue to be silenced. And not only do we speak for ourselves, but for the victims. Those 252 students and faculty who lost their lives, and with it their voices. We are the generation that will bring change, but not only will we bring change, we bring love, unity, and empowerment. No matter what divides us, whether it be race, gender, age, culture, we are together, we stand as one, we'll fight this battle hand in hand, and we will win. My two biggest fears are the Kool-Aid man and getting shot in my science class. And they shouldn't be. But they are very real fears, and many people can relate. For example, I spoke at and organized my school's walkout on March 14th. And the most common question I get asked is, can't we get shot? We're all in a big huddle. Aren't we a big target? That's exactly why we're doing this. Our first thought when going outside shouldn't be, am I going to get shot today? It should be, should I have brought a jacket, or is the wind going to mess my hair up? We refuse to be taught in fear. We refuse to be silenced. Our fight will not cease. People believed we teens couldn't bring change. From middle school up, we are expected to make life-altering decisions, like what we want to do for the rest of our lives, or where we want to go. Yet we aren't taken seriously. You don't know anything, you're just a teenager. We're teenagers in a first world country with access to free education. We're educated, empowered, and changing the world. Yet at the age of 18, most high school seniors still have to ask their teacher if they can use the bathroom, but can purchase an assault rifle. A lot of people here are fighting for universal background checks and mental health assessments for gun owners and purchasers. But what about teens? When it comes to teen mental health, an underlying problem in America is the idea, if we don't talk about it, it doesn't exist. Teens are told we're going through a phase or that it's just puberty, and our beliefs and feelings are treated like a joke. And it's time that changes. In addition to legislation being passed to make it harder for unstable people to obtain guns, we need to I lost my spot.
Also the microphone.
In addition to legislation being passed to make it harder for unstable people to obtain guns, we need to address mental health. Instead of arming teachers with guns, we need to arm schools with certified counselors and psychologists. Mental health problems are worldwide, but schools being gunned down are almost exclusive to America. The laws have to change. We are your future doctors, teachers, presidents. Treat us like it. Fear has no place in our schools, and we will not stop until we are no longer scared. We demand action. We demand to be taken seriously. We demand to be heard. We demand stricter gun laws. We demand background checks. We demand age restrictions on all gun purchases. We demand change, not only for us, but for our future generations. Anne Frank was only 15 when she wrote a world-renowned journal that gave new perspective of the tragedies faced by Holocaust victims. Claudette Colvin was only 16 when she was arrested for refusing to give up her seat on the bus 9 months prior to Rosa Parks. Malala Yousafzai was only 15 when she was shot in the head while fighting for a woman's rights to education. Emma Gonzalez was only 18 when she survived the Parkland shooting and started a ripple effect of activism for gun control in young teens of America. I am Woody LaBarge, and I'm only 15, and I'm here speaking to you and encouraging you that no matter what your age, you have the ability to spark change and be a part of the revolution. Thank you.
This is Ivana Paitan. She's a survivor of the Parkland shooting. This is an account she wrote. She posted it on Twitter. I was in the fearful pile of kids as we were texting our parents our last words, expecting for a gunshot to pass through our bodies and feeling the light. I texted my mom, "I love you so much. If anything happens to me, do not come near here." I did not know what to think about that moment, but for my death, as I kept hearing every gunshot he fired going up the stairs. Thoughts and prayers. Man, oh man, do our leaders love thoughts and prayers. We can't count on the government for much, but at least we'll always have their thoughts and prayers. And you see, there's nothing inherently wrong with thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers are lovely, but that is all they are. Lovely doesn't stop maniacs. Thoughts and prayers don't stop bullets. We are here today because condolences that tiptoe around the NRA like it's some sleeping attack dog just weren't good enough. We are here today because politicians have placed the right to bear arms over our right to live. Their desire to feel super badass over our desire to feel safe. We are here today because we have watched our elected officials bow to the NRA for too long. Today, not only do we make our voices heard to the politicians, but we send a message to the world. As young people, we will be recognized and respected by our leaders, or we will vote them out of office. It's really that simple. However, keep in mind, recognized and respected doesn't mean thought about and prayed for. Recognized and respected means real action, real legislation, and real lives being saved. Never underestimate the power of our generation. Never underestimate the power of a bunch of pissed off kids. They can hate us, but they cannot ignore us. We grew up on mass shootings. We grew up on tragedy. And we got sick of it. There's only so many times a person can hear the same "we're so sorry" speech from politicians before they get angry. Today, we represent a generation who have decided to carry the torch of our fallen peers, refusing to simply accept these mass murders as a part of life. To our leaders, we say this: we appreciate your moving lips, but we demand your listening ears. We demand common sense gun laws to keep our schools safe. And to my fellow students, next time someone offers you thoughts and prayers, tell them that you need more. Next time they tell the world how sorry they feel, ask them what they are going to do about it. They are trying to convince us that they've built a castle to keep us safe, but we keep learning that the walls are made not of stone, but of dollar bills, and not to keep us safe, but to keep us quiet. The time for being quiet has passed. And all of you here today are a harsh reminder to politicians that we are powerful and we are here to stay. Thank you.
Close to the mic, close to the mic.
Broken down and tired, living life on a merry-go-round. You can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. We're gonna walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up
take the world to its feet and move mountains. Bring it to its feet and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, thank you guys so much. You inspire us.
Take our country back.
When he shot into room 1213, he shot 4 beautiful people. Carmen Shentrup lost her life, and leaving her behind leaves me living with an immense amount of guilt because I ran out alive. 3 other students were shot and injured, begging for help and their lives. Hoping the shooter wouldn't enter the room, I had to shush them so he wouldn't hear sounds of life. I believe for the rest of my life, I acted selfishly, in that I shushed someone who was about to die. Liz Stout, Senior, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. 1. I went to my school administrators about doing a walkout. Answer? No. 2. This time, I was prepared. I was ready to present my case. Answer? No. 3. They accused me of wanting to skip class. Answer? Still no. 4. This time, they came to me. They wanted my ideas, my help. I thought they were finally listening. My answer. Instead of a protest, they gave me a memorial. Instead of taking change, they wanted to pacify me. 17 victims. My school's response? 17 seconds of silence. School shootings will not be stopped with memorials. Silence changes nothing. Nothing changes until someone becomes uncomfortable. Yes. 239. The estimated number of school shootings since 2014. 239 taking 138. How many lives lost until 200 becomes 2,000? It's never again until it happens again. 2 more students shot in Maryland 4 days ago. One more statistic that I don't want to be.
Yeah.
As my fellow student leaders have said before me, I'm trying to change this country so others don't have to live in fear. In the most recent years, our government has lost touch with the people. Congress and the President have been elected to represent us, the people, not the NRA and the gun manufacturers they lobby for. We, the people, have put them there to do a job at protecting us in more formal terms to ensure domestic tranquility. Not only have the Congress and our President not done this, it seems they don't care about the death count or the desire to strengthen gun laws. It seems they just care about the money. None of them have to live with fear of walking into a school and thinking today might be the day my friends and I get shot dead. No adult has known that fear. I've been living with this fear for 5 years. I was in 8th grade when Sandy Hook happened. Feeling that fear firsthand and feeling it secondhand by news stories, they're completely different. Last year at Churchland High School, we got put on lockdown for 2 hours, not knowing if someone would burst through our classroom door and shoot us all dead. We believed the SWAT team was there because we could see police cars outside our classroom window. So for 2 hours last spring during French class, my classmates and I sat on the floor in the corner, on top of each other, dead silent, not knowing what would happen next. We texted our parents goodbye, the ones who could anyway. Holding on to our best friends. We hoped that other friends were okay, not hurting and not dead. We prayed for the lives and our lives and everyone in that school. No one tells you if it's a drill or if it's real. That feeling of hopelessness is something we should not have to go through. That is something I don't want my kids or anyone's kids to know. It comes from a place of fear. And like the students at Parkland and around the world, I'm sick of it. That's right. The inaction of our government is the reason for this. It's time to have tighter gun laws in this country. It's time for our government to work for us, not against us. That's right. I am not alone with this experience, and I don't want anyone else to be silent about this anymore. Now is the time to speak out. Now is when we fight. Now is when we hold our leaders accountable.
My name is Lucas Anderton, and I'm a freshman at American University. When I was asked to speak today, I asked myself, what is there left to say? Our children are dying every single day. While 80% of the country is asking for more gun control, the party in control is silent. They say, well, it's a mental health issue. Well, where is the increased funding for mental health care all across the country? They say we need to give more attention to troubled students. Well, where is the funding for psychologists and school resource officers in every school across the country? You know, a few weeks ago, I came to a realization about the party in control. Every time something like this happens, they come up with a new excuse so they can ignore the problem of gun control and distract us from the root of these issues. Guns don't kill people, people kill people, they say. Well, show me the last time 17 students were killed in a school without a gun. You're right, people do kill people, but they do it with a gun. And most of the time, they do it with an AR-15 assault rifle. Every Republican's favorite president, Ronald Reagan, has one quote that really stands out to me. I do not believe in taking away the right of the citizen for sporting, for hunting, or for home defense, he said. But I do believe that a machine gun is not a sporting weapon or needed for defense of a home. For once in my life, President Reagan, I agree. An assault rifle is not needed to defend your family. There is no reason for anyone to have an AR-15 in their house. 17 people died too early this Valentine's Day. Those kids never got to go to their senior prom. They never got to move into their college dorms. They never got to go and pursue their dream job. They never got married. They never got to have their own kids. Their life was taken from them by a gun, by a deranged killer. And they are not the only victims. Every single day in the United States, on average, over a dozen people of color are killed in inner city violence, especially children. In fact, black children are 4 times more likely to be the victims of gun violence than white children. We don't read about these stories, but it is happening non-stop. Every day that Paul Ryan refuses to even bring a gun control bill to a vote, we can count on a dozen more children dying from gun violence all across the country. In Chicago, in Detroit, in Oakland, in Parkland, everywhere. Every day that the GOP puts the gun manufacturing lobby before the victims of gun violence, they are complacent in those deaths. And the Supreme Court has said time and time again, the right to bear arms is not unlimited. We will write letters and emails and make phone calls every day to our legislators until we enact common sense gun reform. We will not stop marching for our lives until our children can walk the halls of their schools and the sidewalks of their cities without fearing for their lives. To the 17 victims of the Parkland shooting, we march for you. To the victims of gun violence all across the country, we march for you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jayla Mitchell. I'm a junior at Booker T. Washington High School. This is Alicia. She goes to Maury High School. This is Alex. He goes to Ruffner Academy. And this is Christina, and she goes to Granby High School. I open with asking you all a question. How much is enough? Again, I repeat, how much is enough? 15 in the Columbine in 1999. 33 in Virginia Tech 2007. 28 Sandy Hook 2008. 50 in Orlando 2016. 59 Las Vegas 2017. 17 in Florida 2018. And 1 Norfolk, Virginia 2018. Again, I ask you, how much is enough? Every day I walk the halls of my school asking, why are we saying rest in peace when at the end of the day we cannot rest until we get justice? Like some of the other student supporters, I was the one who took charge of the March 14th walkout at Booker T. Washington High School. Unlike some of the other student supporters, I had full support of my administration. And that is because we understand that enough is enough. After March the 14th, we continue as business as usual. We shouldn't have done that. Because on March the 19th at 3:11 p.m., they declared my best friend dead. My best friend Damon dead. And they declared him dead because somebody shot him. Do you know why they shot him? Because he had a secret. Everybody has a secret, and in order for that secret not to get out, they killed him. So now I have to bury my best friend this week because they had a secret. Well, I have a secret for you. Enough is enough. As we continue for this march, we march for all the victims that lost their lives in Florida, in Virginia Tech, in Sandy Hook, in Orlando. Everybody who lost their lives to gun violence, we march for them. We march for them today. We march for them tomorrow. And we will continue to march for them until we get justice. As I end, I would like to do something very special for my best friend. He had a song that he would always like to sing, and everybody knows it. Can you sing it with me? Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Do you guys hear me?
He's got unhooked. He's got to hook the wire on.
Hello, everyone.
We're getting it.
Hello, everyone. Christina, she's going to do a dance for you guys today. So, even if you guys cannot see it, just clap for her, please. Thank you.
I wanna leave my footprints on the sands of time. Know there was something that meant something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. Leave something to remember so they won't forget I was here. I've done everything
Here's to the Parkland 17.
Alyssa Aldahaf.
But I will gladly join the fight. And when
Scott Beagle.
They'll tell the story of tonight.
Martin Duque Anguiano.
Story of tonight.
Have you ever felt
Nicholas Dworet.
Have you ever felt forgotten?
Aaron Fees.
Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall?
Jamie Gutenberg.
Well, let that lonely feeling.
Chris Hickson.
Where we see is life.
'Cause maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay.
Luke
I
Boyer.
don't feel strong enough to stand. You can reach out.
Kara Longhorn.
And hold.
Raise a glass to freedom, something they could never take away.
Gina
No matter
Montalto.
what they tell you,
Someone will come running to take you home.
raise a glass to
Joaquin
all of us.
Oliver.
Tomorrow there'll be more of us telling the story of tonight.
Elena Petty.
They'll tell the story of tonight. All is new.
Mel Pollock.
Of time.
Helena Ramsey.
When the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you,
Alex Schachter.
you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll
Carmen
rise again.
Schentrup.
If you only look around, you will be found. And when our children tell their story,
Peter Wang.
you will be found. They'll tell the story of tonight.
And one of our own, a Norfolk student, Damon Person.
Today we march for Columbine. We march for Virginia Tech, Sandy Hook, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, and Great Mills. And today we march for every other student in this country to ensure this never happens to them.
We ask you all to join us back here after we march for a group picture and important announcements. And now the time has come. It is time to march for our lives.
Footprints on the sands of time. No, there was something that and something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. Leave something to remember, so they won't forget I was here. I lived, I loved.
We would like, if at all possible, the students to go first. And we will flank you because we are here to protect you. So let the students up front, please, and let them go first.
Done a lousy job so far.
I will say, I will stay until I die. I know that I meant something in somebody's life.
They're gonna go toward that.
So it's me, you, and Ron in the front, right? All right.
Is this working? We're gonna start in just a minute. We gotta let them close the roads, but we're gonna start soon.
May God bless you all. Thank you for doing this.
Thanks, Bishop.
Let's go.
Let's march!
NRA has got to go. Oh ho! NRA has got to go. Oh ho!
Come on, carry me. Goes down the street.
So much. See how you work in news, don't you know what's going on? I have no idea. Oh, you work at the shipyard, right? Stop it! Well, if you're going to the mall, you should be going on the side. You're gonna probably turn on Plume Street, so. Yeah. Hey, I like your videos. Hey. Doing a good job. Thank you.
See you Thursday. Thursday, yes.
So y'all are with, you're with Wavy? You're with Wavy. Hey, I work at RAL in Raleigh, but John, I mean, Greg Filler, I think he used to work at
I didn't know where I was. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like. Exactly. They call it an amendment. Well, there is over there.
Walk around there.
Now we're really marching. So you're on your first march. Good. Close to where you can go. Hey, NRA's got to go. Hey, NRA's got to go. Hey, NRA's got to go. Hey, that was about the tail of it.
What's we doing?
Enough is enough of the trash talk in D.C. It's time to take out the trash in Washington, D.C. It's time for action. No more trash talking. No more trash talking in Washington, D.C. Enough is enough. Enough is enough of the trash talking in Washington, D.C. They gonna let us cross over or not?
They're waiting for the other people to catch
Oh, to catch
up.
up. Oh, okay.
So people don't get separated.
Right. There's still a lot more.
Yeah, because there's some people who can't even walk around.
Right. Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, keep everybody safe today.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing. Yes, ma'am. NRA has got to go.
Sir, what years do you run on that? What years do you run on that? It's great. Nice. How far have you been in one shot? Yeah? Yeah?
The NRA has got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! The NRA has got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Hey, he's sitting like 103.
Ho, ho! The NRA has got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! The NRA has got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! The NRA has got to go, hey, hey!
That O'Malley's place back
What do we want? Gun reform. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Gun reform. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Gun reform. I can't hear you. Gun reform. I can't hear you. Gun reform. What do we want? Now. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Gun reform. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Gun reform. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Gun reform. When do we want it? Now. Reasonable regulation. Which is why we're here.
It's better than zero.
Yeah, so they're trying to like give me shoulder more than anything.
What do you want to eat? Miles, come here, lovey. Come here. I know. Come here. Miles. Oh, there they are. Oh, yes, the Irish Club. Perfect. Alright, we're Irish Clubbing. Yeah, we're going to have to do that too.
I'm passed by the library. I came out of the library and they were starting it, and I was like, hey, you know, needs to run this off. And I came out and I was like, oh, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm so good. You're fine. Just absolutely see another movie. Okay, I think I see. Okay. So I'm going to go see the
We only learned one.
All right, well, I'll talk to you later.
Who are black, like I see people who are black who are like, who say who are like 50 and I'm like, you can find that like in the 30s, like you look at Josh and shit, like, she is a god.
So my entire face knows probably no more than
Enough. Enough is enough!
Maybe not. As far as I know, maybe that.
You must have copied it right off the Russian.
So I would never have anything like that.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Thank you.
Nice job, buddy.
Thank you. Great job.
Hey, fantastic, man.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Enough! Enough!
This is what democracy looks like.
All right. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The NRA has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The NRA has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. The NRA has got to go. Ho, ho. The NRA has got to go.
Tell me what democracy looks like. Pride aside. This is what democracy looks like.
Gun-free zones kill kids.
What democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Well, I guess my mom. Oh, got it. I'm excited.
Being held the course. You got to like to go to course.
got to go across.
I think so. I think they're just going to stand up there and be fine, but we can stick around. Yeah, my 6-year-old will start a new watch. A march to a restaurant.
My understanding is that in Pennsylvania,
So, damn, it's been like...
This is what democracy looks like.
I mean,